Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Okay guys, I've got a post here from Agent Hustle and I think you're going to want to see this. So, they say, thrilled to debut my cross-chain capabilities with one of the largest and most prestigious blockchains in the industry, Hedera. Together, we're bringing intelligent on-chain execution to an entirely new class of consumers, enterprises and applications. Whether you're swapping HBAR for Source on SourceSwap Labs, discovering trending tokens on Meme Job Fun, or executing complex trades through my custom on-chain conditional engine, all the action happens through natural language type to transact. The era of manual transacting, complex user interfaces and expert level experience requirements is officially over. Agent Hustle is bringing DeFi to everyone from novice to elite, matching the same energy and style that you bring to the market. TVL on Hedera recently topped $200 million. Stablecoin growth is up and to the right, and the list of enterprise partners is unmatched in the industry. All metrics are climbing. There's never been a better time to get involved in the Hedera ecosystem. This is an incredible opportunity to bring our community to Hedera, while also bringing the excitement of Hedera to our community. The integrations ahead span retail, institutions and protocols, connecting powerful technology with users at every level. Ready to level up your cross-chain experience? Here's a quick video tutorial to get you up and running in minutes. On-chain intelligence has only just begun. Welcome to the start of something special. Okay, so I will just tell you I have watched the video. You'll probably can see it just there playing in the background while I'm talking if you just want to get an idea of it, but it's quite blurry on my screen to be honest with you. But yeah, I've watched it, and so what is this? This is basically an AI interface that's going to be connected with Hedera. It's going to be functional with Hedera, and this is going to be really useful for people, right? Because the main thing that they've said here, well, there's two big things here, right? The first thing is what they're saying that they can connect with, like, because this is cross-chain and what they can bring. So this is, it can go from, the novices to the more elite type of traders or people, or, blockchain knowledgeable people, to even institutional level, right? So it can bring institutions involved in this as well. And two, it's how straightforward and seamless it's going to make everything, right? So in the video, basically what the guy does is you've got like the dashboard, and he puts in just some prompts. So he says, like, what's going on with Hedera right now? And he just gives you like a breakdown of things that's happening with Hedera. And then it also tells you like new like meme coins that have been launched on Hedera. So if there's new developers that have designed a new product on Hedera, it will show you that, and it'll say, this was launched on this date and this is what they're aiming to do and blah blah blah. And then from there was one like meme coin that the guy saw, and he basically put, buy me 5 tokens worth of this meme coin, and he just pressed enter, and then next thing you know, the AI just brought it for him. So he didn't have to go and do an order book, he didn't do like a stop loss or anything like that. He just said buy me this, and the AI just put that through for him. Now don't get me wrong, this is where it did say it will match your style and energy. So if you're someone who's a bit more experienced, you might say, well, put an order in for me with a stop loss of this price, or put an order limit on when I buy it at this price. I don't want to pay any more than this price, that kind of thing. So if you are someone who's more advanced, then you can put these things in. But if you're someone who's like, let's just say new to crypto altogether, and you're just like, I just need to know how to buy it, but I just don't know how to do all this stuff, like, and it's very difficult. Well, you can use this interface and you can just put the prompt in, right? And if you just want to say, look, just let me just buy this crypto, it will just do that for you, right? So you haven't got to think about, oh, okay, I need to get it on this exchange, I need to look at what the market price is, etc., and all that kind of stuff, and know the differences and all that kind of thing, and do I put a stop loss on and all that stuff. Like, you haven't really got to know all that stuff. Now, obviously, I'm not saying it's good or bad whether you know those things, because some of those things might be useful for you, but that's up to you what you're willing to learn, right? If you're just someone who just wants to buy the crypto and hold, you might not care about knowing what stop loss is because you're not looking to trade. So you might just say, well, I just need to be able to buy it, and then I can just put it in cold storage, or I can just hold it in this hot wallet or whatever, right? And so what it's doing is it's making it a lot more easier. And that's going to be good also for the institutions, because you got to understand, like, with these institutions and stuff, yes, they are getting involved, but they're still not crypto savvy yet, right? Like, this is where, like, we're at a much better advantage right now, because what you've got to understand is, like, with like crypto, like, a lot of us are the more knowledgeable people in this field, right? Like, so when it comes to the banks and all these types of institutions, they were fobbing this off, saying that this was a dying industry and that it was just going to be like a fad, right? They didn't think it was going to stick around. And so now they're having to play catch up. So a lot of us understand this a lot better than what some of these institutions do, and some of these, you know, older people who, like, you know, did very well in their respected field. And a good example I'll give you is, you know, like Warren Buffett, for example. He was a really good investor, made millions, you know, if not billions. And he was someone who just didn't think that crypto was something that would stick around. He didn't think there was any value in it. And he was clearly wrong, right? But this is where, you know, because they didn't want to do the research to understand it or anything like that, they just shunned it straight away. And so people like myself and you guys watching, we're the ones who've really benefited from that, right? Because what we've done is we've seen the potential and then we've done our research, right? And so because now we've been like, well, we think this is like a very valuable asset class, and we've looked at like cryptos like HBAR and thought, well, we think that this is a crypto that could be very successful in the future, we've invested. And so, you know, if we are correct, which I believe we will be, we'll stand to benefit from that in the long term, right? Because when the institutions are catching up and they're looking at what cryptos to invest in, HBAR will be one of the cryptos that they get into, and that'll make it a more valuable asset because it's more utilized. So this is where you're getting into that place where with institutions, they may use this technology, but they're not fully up to speed yet. And so even for those guys, they can get in and just use something like this where it's very easy because they can just use an AI prompt and the AI will just do it for them. So for people of every level, because, you know, even traders, it might be like, yeah, okay, I know what I'm doing, but I don't have to go and do it all by myself manually. I can just put the prompt in and the AI will just do it for me. So they may still put in things like stop loss and stuff like that, or a limit order and stuff, but the AI can just set all that up for them. They're having to go and do it all manually themselves. So either way, whatever level you're talking here, this is going to be beneficial. So I look at this and I think this is a very good tool. And the other thing I just wanted to say is that it's cross-chain. So this could be a thing where you could go from a different crypto into, you know, a crypto on another network, right? And look, I'll say this. I've said it before. I'm not convinced there's going to be just one chain out here that just is successful and all the others die out. I do not believe that. I think there will be multiple networks that will be successful. There won't be a lot, but I don't think there's going to be, you know, like the 20,000 plus cryptos we've got at this point now. But I do think there will be some, you know, a lot less cryptos out. Like, I think, you know, you may have like 10 to 20 maybe networks, maybe more, that will be successful, you know, and then you'll have like the real juggernauts of this space. And that's where you'll have, like, for example, like the Amazons, like the Googles, the Netflix, like those will be like the real giants in this space. And so I think when it comes down to it, in my opinion, I think HBAR, well, Hedera will be one of those giants. That's my opinion. I'm not saying that will definitely happen, but that's just what I think. And so when I look at this, being cross-chain, you got to think it works both ways, right? Because you might be like, oh, well, this could mean people can get stuff away from Hedera. Yeah, but it also means people can get stuff from Hedera too, right? So if somebody was using this same platform, and let's just say it was for Cardano, it might be that they see a meme coin that's on Hedera, and because it's cross-chain, they will be able to do that. So you got to understand when it comes to this, it's like, it works both ways. It's not just, okay, Hedera's losing, you know, potential opportunities. It's also gaining potential opportunities as well. So to me, I just look at it as a positive because I'm very confident about what Hedera can do and the types of use cases that are on Hedera and the developers. So I think overall it will benefit from it, to be honest with you. So that just depends on your outlook. But yeah, this is a really positive thing here. And I think this is something that will really add to Hedera's, I think it'll add to their potential base because it's making it more simplistic. And you've got to understand, like, when you're talking about like mass adoption, this is what I always say, it's about making it easy. It's about being able to do things behind the scenes that they don't always understand, you know. And so if someone can come in and use this interface, this agent hustle, and they can do all the things that they need to just by putting in a prompt, that's going to be hugely beneficial for them, right? Because it's like a lot easier. So it makes it a thing where ease of use is something that will drive people to want to use it, right? So I think this is massive. I really like this, so I'll definitely keep an eye on this. But yeah, this is something that I think is worth sharing, and I do think this is something that will be something that will probably be utilized quite a lot in the future. So definitely something that's one to watch, and if I get any more updates, I'll be sure to keep you guys informed. Thank you very much for watching this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell. Take care.